political director John Dickerson. John, good morning to you.
Good morning, Jeff.
Let's talk Herman Cain first. How long does the campaign survive? Does it survive?
Well, it's a very, very tough hill for him to climb here. I think the big worry for the Cain campaign is money. Can they just keep the lights on? And that's what he's assessing to do well in Iowa. It costs money to keep that organization going. So, you know, it looks like it's day by day for Cain. Also, part of what's at stake here is if he is thinking about leaving the race, what's his exit narrative? You can see him talking there about being attacked by the establishment, by liberals, so that if he does have to drop out of the race, he can have a future career saying, I tried to tell the truth, but the establishment and the liberals just came after me.
John, you mentioned Iowa. Mitt Romney wasn't going to play there at all after it tripped up his bid in 2008, but now he has his first ad out there, the start of a blitz in Iowa for Romney?
Well, we've got 5 weeks to go, and it's been always a bit of an open secret that Romney is trying to run in Iowa, but sort of under the radar. At the end of the campaign, he'd kind of rush in there and maybe try to even steal a victory in Iowa, but never wanting to look like he was actually running too hard for fear of raising expectations. And if he didn't meet expectations, then that would be a problem for him. Well, he's been sending out direct mail pieces to voters, and now he's got this ad. Chris Christie, the governor of New Jersey, will be out in Iowa for him next week. So the latest polls in Iowa have it as a four-way race between Gingrich, Romney, Cain, and Paul. And so now we'll see if Romney can make his case in Iowa.
Does the Romney campaign go after Gingrich?
Yes, and we heard in Jan's piece a little bit of Romney saying that, you know, talking about Gingrich as a career politician. The message of his ad is, I was in the economy as a businessman. I know how to fix the economy. That's the contrast he will make, that he lived in the real world with the real economy. Gingrich is a creature of Washington and the establishment. And they will make that a little bit gently for the moment, hoping that Gingrich's long history will be what ends up making him fall. But they're prepared to do more if they have to.
Meanwhile, speaking of going after Newt Gingrich, how about Ron Paul, who has a new ad out as well?
Ron Paul, who is doing well in Iowa, takes the wood to Newt Gingrich, going over his various flip-flops and challenging him as a true conservative. This is what Mitt Romney hopes will happen, is that Ron Paul will go after Gingrich. Rick Santorum has challenged Gingrich on his position on abortion. Michelle Bachmann has been beating Gingrich up on immigration. Romney hopes that they'll all do his work for him. The challenge here now for Gingrich is to say, well, I may have had some positions you may not agree with, but I've been a consistent conservative fighting for principles in the Republican Party for my whole career, and that's the most important thing.
Ron Paul calling Newt Gingrich a serial hypocrite. So the next debate may be very interesting. John Dickerson, as always, thank you very much.
Thanks, Jeff.